What's up? What's up? What's up, beautiful people? Beautiful people. Eyes back. I is back. I'm trying to see if this setup gonna work. Think it is, y'all. We may have to rearrange. Y'all, why I didn't bring my tripod? I play too much. This light is what I need, but this ain't what I got. All I got is this light, and I don't even know if my audio good with this light. We just gonna pray and hope for the best at this point. Cause as the show must go on. So right now, you guys, I am in the process of getting ready for a live that I'm going to be doing on Facebook, in a Facebook group. I have recently changed, pivoted careers, and I wanted to come and update everybody, you guys. Oh, y'all didn't see that. Update everybody, you guys, on the process. What's been going on with me, and why not do it while I'm doing my makeup? So let's go ahead and get this foundation laid. Do not come for me in the way I do this makeup, honey, because it's just gonna be the way I do it. You ain't even finna see me in person. This is a live. So we is doing social media level makeup at this time. We not doing photo shoot, gala, in-person meeting, any of the sorts. So we're not gonna do too much. So not too much on me. And I will be out of the screen on some of these just so I can get a close-up look, baby. But you'll still know I'm here. Now, on to the good stuff. So, one of the updates that I wanted to come on here and share is that I am no longer very interested in pursuing licensure. And a lot of people that get their social work master's or degree, BSW or MSW, they do run into the situation of how far in licensure, how far in education do you want to proceed? Do you want to keep going? And I've come to the realization that I would be interested in getting my doctorate or an EDD. But as far as licensure, baby, I think that was going, I don't know if that's going, I don't know if I'll be able to make the impact that I want to make with licensure. And one of the examples, which is probably not the best example, but one of the examples that I found was Dr. Phil. To do the Dr. Phil show, one of the things he had to do was give up licensure. But this definitely did not stop him from bringing awareness to things that researchers needed to do research on. I know you guys may have seen on my page where I said I was very interested in seeing the longer effects of when children run trains. Sex, early exposure to sex, but not only early exposure to sex, but early exposure to group sex. What effects does that have on a person when they grow up? And more specifically, what effects does that have on their dating and relationship journey? So into that, I realized that, baby, if I do want to do this TV thing, licensure is probably not the best way to do it. Although I would have a lot of credibility. I won't be able to say the things I need to say in the way I need to say them. And if you know, like I know, a lot of times it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And if this licensure is holding me back from how I need to say something, baby, I might not need to get that bad boy. Might not need to get that bad boy. Hey, loves. Might not need to get it. So I'm just being mindful of that. And drop it in the comments if you've ever had to take a step back and be like, baby, is this the work for me? Am I even going down the path that's meant for what I'm trying to do? Or am I just doing what I'm telling myself I should be doing? And I don't know who that inner voice may be for you, but for me, that inner voice was my mom. And more specifically, that inner voice wasn't my mom talking to me or younger me. That inner voice was my mom talking to herself. So the things I heard my mom tell herself when I was younger are the things that I tell myself now that I'm older. So after working through that, I realized that, baby, all these different populations that you serve, you've gotten a lot of great information from them, but baby, that's not the end all be all. And you know that your end all be all has been relationships this whole time. So why are you playing? Relationships, and more specifically, the family dynamic. Working with women, men, and the youth, I realized that majority of issues stem from misdirection, loneliness, whatever the case may be in childhood. Something where you were supposed to be redirected by family, but either they did not know or you did not trust them enough to listen to their point of view, and now you're feeling that very much so in your life. Whether that be through how you have a relationship with yourself, how you have a relationship with others, whether that be family, co-workers, friends, whatever the case may be. Now it ain't hitting the way you want it to. And I realized that, yeah, I could work with women and men and even children, but until I'm able to reach the masses, I can only do so much. The most impact will be with reaching the masses, and to me, that is through television, through the medium. I also like to use media in my teaching skills. So in therapy, sometimes you can't always express how you feel. I don't know the feeling for that. I don't know what that is called. But always this song, always this song explain how I feel perfectly. Oh, bring that. We can break that down, baby. We can break that song on down. Because as long as I know a direction, we're going to find a way. TAU. Find a way to make one, baby. Went to Albany State. The Unsinkable. Y'all better stop playing with me. But yeah, so not really trying to be a licensed therapist. More so the term I like is lifestyle and love coach. We're more likely love and lifestyle coach. I like that just a tad bit better because we're coaching. We're coaching, and then plus y'all don't even like the word therapy. No ways. We're not even finna sit here and play. Y'all don't like that word, and I'm not finna keep using it if y'all don't like it. I don't care what you call it, as long as we get the work done. You can call it a hippopotami or hippocampus. As long as we feeling better at the end of the day. Whoop-de-doo. You hear me? Whoop-de-doo. That's all I'm here for. The end goal. But being mindful of that, the content on the page will slightly shift. It's going to slightly shift, but not too much. Not too much, but it will be a little bit more directed. But I took notes, y'all. I gotta stay mindful of that. The biggest lesson. Oh, I told y'all that. Y'all families. Y'all be hurt from childhood, and y'all need to heal that. And that's what it be. And my biggest thing is self-care and lifestyle. So that's why I wanted to be mindful of the lifestyle coach or life coach term instead of therapist. Like I said, y'all don't like that word therapist, so baby, I'm gonna stop using it. But as far as coaching, that's a little bit more of what I do anyway. A lot of people like to correlate therapy with a long process. Sometimes coaching can be a little bit more simple. Sometimes people go to therapy, or some people seek support for a specific goal, for one thing, and that is a coachable situation. So I like the word coach. But one of those things will be self-care. Self-care as well as lifestyle. So one of the things that you learn very early on in your psychological journey, but when you're learning yourself, is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You're going to be mindful of that bottom row of Maslow. If you ain't got nowhere to stay, no money, no food, and you not safe, baby, everything else, put a pin in it. If you hungry, you ain't gonna be able to love right. You in survival, you can't love. If you ain't safe, you ain't gonna be able to love nobody. You can't see if somebody need care if you not safe, if you not hungry, if you ain't got no money in your pocket. Because feeling safe could be feeling safe financially, feeling safe physically, feeling safe emotionally. If everybody around you rude and you don't feel safe emotionally, baby, you're not going to be able to do those other things on the list. When I repurpose this, I'll put his actual hierarchy on here so you can see, baby, if you don't have that basic level, all the rest of these things, you're wasting your time. And that's some of the things that I like to talk about with the people that I coach, because they be up here shooting for the stars. You hungry. You can't think about a Christmas present. You worry about rent subconsciously. You not think about rent, but your body is. They know it come around every month. As I digress, I get passionate about things from time to time. But being mindful of your lifestyle. So if you prioritize self-care enough so that you can make it a routine and make it your lifestyle, you be so mindful that, you be so surprised at the way people treat you when you treat yourself better. People treat you like you treat yourself, love. So if you're treating yourself like an afterthought, like you really don't matter, like, oh, I'll be okay. But don't be mad when somebody else that you like, that you love, that you're pouring into treat you the same way, baby. That's how you treating you. I move like you move. Whatever say I move, what is it? I move, you move. Just like that. When I move, you move. Just like that. Come on, DJ, bring that back. Come on. Okay, that's sorry. My brain get caught on things. Oh, and then I had an example, the difference. Moesha, Issa. Moesha walked different in a room. Folks knew who Frank Mitchell was when they knew about Moesha. Them folk knew about her. Them folk knew about her family. The way she carried herself was different. Issa went through a lot of the stuff Issa went through because she was out here playing with herself crazy ways. So please stop acting like you ain't that girl. She was in some of the most weird situations because she wasn't recognizing who she was looking at when she was looking in the mirror. But as I digress, okay. Next pillar, we got self-care, lifestyle, being mindful of that. But the next thing I want to hyperfixate on is compatibility and communication. So as far as in the family dynamics, love and relationships, and like I said, matchmaking, that's my love. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that in there. Compatibility, y'all ain't worried about that shit at all, boy. Y'all just be like, that nigga fine. I want him inside me. That girl, ooh, she look like she going, and I'm finna go inside her. And I just be wanting y'all to slow down a little bit. Like, do you even know what her last name is? What her name? What her real name on paperwork? What her favorite subject was in school? Did she graduate school? Do he know how to read? Do he understand what subject verb agreement is? Hmm? 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 Do he know what an object of a preposition? Does he know what that is? Do you know what that is? See, that's what I'm talking about. It's other stuff to be worried about. And in compatibility, there's different levels. There's so much to it, but the first step of compatibility is knowing who you are. Knowing who you are, what you like, and what you don't like. Because if you don't know that, you wasting everybody's time, baby. And that second C, that communication. Baby, I could write a book. I could sit on live and talk for days about communication, but I'm not. I'm going to give you two things. First thing I'm going to give you, I statements. Pretty sure you done heard about it, and you can Google it. They change a lot. We talk and it makes people defensive. When you are passionate, when you are serious, when you probably have waited a little too late to have this conversation, but we here now, so we having it. The I statements can really redirect the conversation because it brings it back to, I feel like this because of this. We're completely making it about ourselves, which sounds selfish, but you're gonna need that in a minute. When I feel, insert feeling word, in some type of way don't count. I feel, when you do, action. This is when you can be, I don't want to say petty because y'all take that and run, my Lord, today. But this is where you can be real. This is where you be real. You insert the action. This is factual. This is objective. This is not subjective. What happened when you did this? So I feel hurt when you did not answer the phone. Not when you sat there and looked at me. No, because you don't know if he did all that. You just know he didn't answer the phone. So you say when you didn't answer the phone. I would feel better if you could send me a text to let me know that you're busy. You could send me a text to let me know you'll call me back soon. You could answer quickly and let me know, hey, I'm busy, and hang up. Like, let me affirm me. Let me know in some way. That way, you're just expressing how you feel, what made you feel that way, and a way so it can happen, so it cannot happen again. You're not dragging it. You're not nagging. And to add the second layer, the second thing on that is tone. My God, today. So being from the southwest side of Atlanta, my tone is very different. Some say it's very masculine. So you can only imagine when I get upset how that could come off to one, especially an actual masculine being. I just, I have some masculine tendencies, but my partner, he is mostly masculine, and that's a recipe, honestly, for disaster in a lot of situations. But not if you don't let it. Not if you don't let it, because if you ask my friends, if you ask anybody that know me or has been around me and my partner, my tone changed when I talk to him. Excuse my phrasing, baby. I'm a street nigga when I'm speaking to anybody, when it's not revolving around business. The moment I'm talking to Tobuck, my voice change. I get a different timbre in my voice. What? First of all, yeah, you see how it get real ish. He like that, and I'm cool with it. So that's what we do. Be mindful of that tone, especially my strong sisters. Cause sis, he needs you to be strong, but not all the time, and probably not in that moment. Probably not in that moment. Now, also to the compatibility and communication side, I am starting in the segment. I'm breaking down the show Ready to Love. It comes on. I've watched it for a very long time, and I've just watched it for fun. But now I feel like they don't what on season 10, and they still ain't brought in nobody that actually know anything about love and relationships. So, baby, I'm gonna shoot my shot from the long ways. I'm just gonna shoot my shot. So I forgot I was doing makeup. Just said, forget it, huh? I I guess so. But I said I'm gonna shoot my shot. And that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna get on them, and I'm gonna be posting weekly about how I feel about the show. Are the people vibing well? Are they even worried about compatibility or what? So be tuned in for that. I'm excited about it. And you should be too. And one day, definitely gonna be hosting that reunion. Low key, y'all, that's what I want to do. I really don't want to host a lot of reunion shows. I don't know if I'm ready uh, for the trauma that Zeus got, I'm gonna have to get my prayer warriors together. I'm gonna have to do Iyanla life coaching certification program and then go host the Zeus reunion. Any Zeus reunion. Because we might gotta do a seance with the level of trauma. Um, Lord, forgive me. I probably won't supposed to say that. Anyway, on to the last topic. And this is a little rougher, tougher. Rebuilding connection. Rebuilding connection is something that I personally am going through, had to go through. It's gonna be a thing regardless because people make mistakes. People make mistakes as long as they're not making the same mistakes, but they're making mistakes, or the same mistakes on the same level, because people have different levels to this. But that is another topic that I want to dive closer into. But the difference between rebuilding connection and creating a connection is rebuilding the connection means you already have a bond established. There's already a real intentional bond. And I'm not talking about a trauma bond riddled with codependency where you guys never really had healthy moments. You guys just had moments where, oh, he was here for me and I was there for that. Well, baby, do y'all have any laughs? Is all y'all time sad or what? Because if not, then baby, you might be wasting your time. I'm gonna need them laughs to outweigh the trauma. Because to be quite honest, even if it's all support, oh, they just supported me through so many things. They've been there for this and they've been there for that. Okay, what fun did y'all have together? Because if the whole relationship looked like supporting you, I'm pretty sure if they was in a room alone, this conversation would sound a little different, huh? A little bit differently. But yeah, so just being mindful of that because I've worked with different levels of people with trauma. I got my certification in trauma informed care. But in doing that, I've learned that trauma stems from different levels. Trauma can be, I've had clients come in and tell me the saddest stories. And I've also had clients come in and tell me stories where those clients that had the very sad stories would actually look at them and laugh and say, oh, those are problems. I wish I had those type of issues in my life. And they don't. They don't have those type of issues. That's not their ministry. So I'm being mindful that trauma looks differently for different people. You just got to meet people where they at. And what I also want people to understand is you never know who you venting to. So sometimes it's always best to just go seek help, seek therapy. I know I just said, baby, I don't even want to be a full deal therapist, but I do want to be a life coach because a lot of times I love helping people because I'm creative. I like to come up with solutions. I'm a problem solver. Let's do it. And it's easier. This sounds shitty, but it's easier when it's not my problems. It's less stress attached. The end goal I'm not so tied to because it's not my life. So I have room to be creative. The people who problem it actually is, they are stuck sometimes in stagnant situations. I'm not. I'm not tied to the end goal as much. So I have that free will to push you, come creative, and pull you to a healthier place. Now, I will say, I am empathetic. So when you come in and you understand, what's going on with you, or you understand you're able to communicate what's going on with you, I'm definitely going to be able to relate. And I will, empathize, and I will have those moments where it's like, dang, I can really relate to those situations. But that is going to only inspire creativity. I don't like to be too tied to situations. So if you is my cousin, if you is my homegirl, no, we is not doing services together. I understand I am not going through the formal licensure procedure, but that does not mean I'm finna be doing life coaching with somebody I knew since middle school. Matchmaking, different party. Matchmaker, we could do all the business together. Life coaching, therapy, not so much. Not so much because you're not going to be able to hear me as me. You're going to hear me as Shawty. And I ain't Shawty right now. I'm going to sound a little like Shawty. But, and I might say some shit that hurt your feelings. If I say it to you and you don't know me, it's not going to hurt your feelings. It's going to be like, ooh, she read down. If I know you and I say that to you, girl, you're going to be trying to hoop. And depending on the day, I might do it. So, we're not even finna go down that path. We ain't even finna play no type of games. But before I wrap this live up, I do want to drop some questions in here that I definitely will be repurposing. I probably should have put my lashes on first, but I don't feel like it. So I wanted to drop some questions in here just to see thoughts. Get some thoughts and also to inspire you to go live as well. I'm going to be dropping the link when I repurpose this so that if you have under 1,000 followers, you can also go live. But yeah, don't forget to tag me when you go live. But the first one is challenges. I want to know about the challenges that you are having dating or even in your relationship right now. What is the number one challenge or the number one challenging topic or whatever that issue is? What is the number one obstacle when it comes to dating? Go live. Tell me about it. Or not, you can just, if you ain't ready to go live yet, that's cool too. Comment and we're going to get into it. And if maybe that's too much, baby, just DM me. Just DM me. If it's a list, DM me because I want the data. I want the data. So yeah, that's the first question. Okay, now the second question. Are you ready? Question number 2. Face ass because I can't read without my glasses. Oh, maybe that's the thing, huh? Maybe I should put my glasses on. And when I repurpose this, it can look like a different video. Okay, cool. Question number 2. Yep, we're back. Now, what conversations around love do you feel like we do not talk about enough in the Black community? Conversations that you feel like would be very impactful to have around love and relationships or the family dynamic in the Black community in general. Please drop it down in the comments. And if you're feeling bold, I dare you. Click the link. Go live. Tell me, but don't forget to tag me because I do want to know. I need the data. All right, and then the last question we have here is, who's the first relationship that you saw and was like, oh my God, I want that? It could be from TV. It could be from a movie. I mean, I would prefer it to be from media because if it's the hometown couple, I'm not gonna know them unless you can give great detail, which means you're feeling adventurous, which means you click that link and go live. You see where I go with this? You click this link and go live, even if you have under 1,000 followers. But go live and tell me about the relationship that what you just thought was the best one. Now, I know a lot of times if it was when we was younger, it probably got a sad little ending to it now. They might not be together. It may not have been all what we thought it was. But that's why I said sometimes it's cool to just rely on media. So whether that was a TV show, I know the Cosbys get a lot of flat, so I probably shouldn't use them. Who else I can use? Them just the first ones to come to mind for some reason. Will. Nope, I don't like that one either. Goodness. Y'all, I'm not doing a good job right now of showing y'all good couples. But, who was my favorite couple? I guess we could start with that. I guess for me, Max and Kyle, they were my favorite couple. Well, let me take that back. Khadijah and Scooter was my favorite couple first. Seeing a fluffy woman be loved by a man that is bigger than her was just everything for me because Miss Parker and Professor Ogilvy had done saturated the market so much so it had done broke my little spirit down. I needed Khadijah and Scooter to come and uplift me. I really did need that. I really did need that. But on top of that, also Kyle and Max, I liked that combativeness, that it ain't always got to be kissy boo boo. Because you see how I did not mention Sinclair and Overton because that was just a little too much for me, just a little too much for me. Couldn't get jiggy with that. What was another couple that I just really, really loved? Now, a kissy kissy boo boo couple that I did like was Lovita Alize Jenkins and Cedric the Entertainer. No, I don't remember what his name was on the show. But from the Steve Harvey show, I did like this because she was so real. She was unapologetic herself, and that girl loved her man. She loved her man. Per. And I loved that for them as well. But yeah, drop some hoe. Who are the couples that you looked up to from TV, movies, or even music? Oh, a movie. What was it? Lord have mercy, what's the name of that movie? I cannot think of that movie for nothing in the world. Was it Beyond the Lights? That couple from the Beyond the Lights. I don't know why. She was real traumatic. She was real traumaful. She had a lot going on. But that couple from Beyond the Lights, I loved it them. I thought I was like, oh, he loved her down, baby. He loved her down. It was a lot wrong with that looking back, but those were some of the couples that I was just like, oh my God, I think this is what love actually is supposed to be like. So yeah, what were some of the couples that really shaped what you thought was an ideal relationship? I would love to know. Please drop it down in the comments, or if you're feeling spicy, I dare you. Be adventurous. Go live. Even if you have under 1,000 followers, click the link below. Go live and tell me about it. Tell me about them. See you later, you guys. Bye.